When I put up knife defence videos, there's always the odd comment about, you're gonna die, it wouldn't work, and that kind of thing. I try to explain that these are the basic methods. I mean, the first thing to consider is context. Okay, so I come into the room and he's standing there with a knife, or wherever it is. I don't have to take that knife off him. If he's shown me the knife, there's a high probability he doesn't really want to use it. He's just threatening me. So basically, I walk away and I make a phone call. So I don't have to engage. I mean, even if I'm an old gentleman with my walking stick, I've got a possible advantage on him, but I don't have to engage. So I don't. I just go the other way. What applies to the knife, it applies to getting into any conflict. If I come in and he starts mouthing off, but no need, and he hasn't got a knife, I don't have to engage. I just walk away. And I believe the law sees it that way as well. That, if I then go into him and start sort of, yeah, come on then, whether he's got a knife or not, if I get hurt, I did something, I wouldn't say I asked for it, but I was ill-advised. So, when we're practicing in the dojo, what we're practicing is the basic techniques. And quite rightly, somebody might observe that somebody doesn't sort of just come and stab at you like this. For reality. Now there's a thing in Aikido, you see, we're not total idiots in Aikido. We do actually think about things. There's a thing in Aikido where you move at the last instant. So he comes to me again, and I move at the last instant. If I move too early, the knife follows me. If I move too late, I get stabbed. So I've got to move at the right time. Now, the other point is that somebody very likely has a knife and they faint. Not fall unconscious, but they're trying to get you going because they perceive that, I mean, this is when you've got absolutely no choice. When, we'll pretend the fire door isn't over there. I mean, I'm not a fast runner, so if he really wanted to get me, he probably could. So this is for when you simply don't have any choice and you have to face up to something. But once again, we're looking at dojo training. So now he's going to feint at me, and I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to keep my distance. Until there's actual danger. Now, okay, he comes at me with slashing, but feinting and threat. Once again, I don't do anything until now if I do something too early, if he's just fainted and I've grabbed the hand, now we've got a fight and I'm in trouble. So it's this judging whether it's actually a real attack or not. So I'll do the same to him. So I'll just take these socks off a minute. Somebody's washed the mats and they're a bit slippery. So a bit more in the middle so that camera. Corner wet. So you can see there how Aikido technique becomes possible. There are perhaps a few techniques which are best for each kind of attack. Now, we're not entirely naive, and there, we can put other things in. So if he does come at me with a stab, that's to the side of the head. Yeah? I mean, also if it's more like a slash, that's to the chin. For real, we can do these things. Then we go into a technique. We can't assume that the blow is necessarily going to do it. So, stab, bang, and down. Okay. So that's if you have no choice, you've got to do something. Now the problem is that sometimes you may simply not know. This knife may be hidden. And, often the thing might be to try to disorient the other person by grabbing them and pulling them about. I mean, we'll pretend for the minute he doesn't have a counter to that. But the idea is you want to actually disorient them and then use the knife. So once again, a good reason for actually avoiding real conflict. Because, not there. That might be the sort of aim. So now he knows Aikido, and he's paying attention. And he can damage me, or if he sees the weapon come out, I want to release. So there's possibly a good reason for not entering into conflict full stop, if you can avoid it. You don't know whether this is there. And so I hope this clarifies. It's not like if you're getting in a cage or in a ring or fighting a duel, and there are rules or no rules or whatever, you're entering into it willingly and into that trouble. If you're looking at knife defence, the best defence is just get the hell out of it, if you can. I hope this puts to bed some of these ideas about stuff not working. I mean, the point with the basic techniques is that without a basic technique, I was lucky I caught it, but without a basic technique, what have you got? You haven't got anything. I mean, even a basic technique, and you have something. The idea we don't learn martial arts, or I don't, because we're paranoid. It's intrinsically fun. We enjoy looking into these things, using our imagination somewhat, and just the exercise and the camaraderie. But if you do a martial art, you probably also expect to be able to defend yourself should the worst happen and should you not be able to avoid it.